Nice to meet you too. My name is Emily. I am a fourth year. I'm a senior at UCLA. I currently study neuroscience. I think my background really, I've been all over the place. I was born in Canada, but I went to China, Shanghai, when I was 4 years old, stayed there until I finished high school, and now I'm studying in the United States. And I was really fortunate, beginning at a young age, I had the opportunity to really travel around the world, see different cultures, and I think that kind of instilled in me since a child this curiosity.
Your application, it seemed to be that you were really interested in the arts. So you have a pretty solid background in that. What made you decide to choose a career in medical school specifically? So that was actually a very great response into why not research, because that would have been my follow-up question for you actually is why MD specifically and why not? Follow up on, you mentioned integrity and responsibility as well, and medicine being like a high stakes environment.
Mhm.
Um, so following on that, what are the biggest issues that you feel are um, what we face in American healthcare today?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you for that question. That is a pretty big question. I think the American healthcare system, it has its benefits, definitely. But of course, there are many challenges. I think for me right now, just thinking, I think one big issue that we face currently in the American healthcare system is probably still discrimination of underrepresented groups in healthcare.
So I guess to follow up on that, what
Mhm.
can the newer generation of medical students do and in order to combat that specific issue? And then on top of that, what would you look for in an educational environment in medical school in order to grow as a future physician to combat those issues as well?
Mhm. I think medical students, at least when I see my peers and people around me, I think we are accustomed to using our voice already for advocacy. I'm seeing like a really good pattern. I see my peers really serving underserved communities, going into the streets to help with encampments or going to disability centers, to help people.
So the way that you approached each question with a general statement, your specific answer, and then a summary statement, that is really good. I do really like that. Um, and the way that you were speaking was very confident. There was no fidgeting, there was no like filler words or anything like that. So that's great. Um, Usually that takes like quite a bit of practice to be able to remove that from your dialogue and remove that from your activity when you're speaking, especially on Zoom. So it's great that you're able to do that without that practice. I guess you already had that
Thank you.
practice, so you don't have to do it so much now. Um, you were also like very confident with your answers, which is really great. You didn't have to spend too much time thinking about it. I could tell that you were already prepared with a lot of your answers in medical school, like academically. I think you know how to study for you. That may change on an individual basis as you get to medical school. Like a lot of people I know have changed how they study,
Mhm.
just because it is like just pure volume of information.
Mhm.
I think you'll do great.
Thank you so much. Yes,
No
I'll do great
problem.
because of the help that you've given me and the feedback that I received.
I don't know. I think you'll do great regardless. So,
Thank you. Thank you.